Imagine this. It's payday. Your salary just hit your account this morning. For a brief moment, you feel relief, maybe even proud. Then the bills start clearing. Rent, car payment, insurance, subscriptions you forgot you had, groceries, gas. By the end of the week, your fresh paycheck looks like it survived a storm, and you're left wondering, how am I working full-time and still feeling broke? If that sounds familiar, you're not bad with money. You're living in a system where normal life has become extremely expensive. Today, we're breaking down what an ordinary American life actually costs in 2026, and why so many hardworking people feel stuck. Let's start with a number people love to quote. The typical U.S. household earns around the low to mid five figures per year. On paper, that sounds like stability, maybe even success, but income on paper isn't the same as money in your pocket. Once taxes, payroll deductions, and basic contributions are removed, that paycheck shrinks fast. What looked comfortable suddenly feels tight. And that's before you've paid for a single life expense. Most people's money disappears into three areas. 1. Housing, rent, or mortgage often eats the biggest chunk. Financial advice says housing should stay reasonable. But in many cities, reasonable barely exists anymore. People aren't buying luxury, they're paying premium prices for average spaces. 2. Transportation outside major cities. A car isn't optional. Loan payments, insurance, fuel, repairs, it adds up quickly. You're basically paying a monthly fee just to get to the job that pays your bills. 3. Food and essentials. Groceries cost more. Utilities cost more. Internet and phones are no longer optional. They're survival tools in modern life. None of this is extravagant. It's just living. Yet together, they consume most of a paycheck. After covering the basics, many people have very little left. Now add medical expenses, student loans, childcare, random emergencies, occasional fun so life doesn't feel robotic. Suddenly the margin disappears. One surprise bill can knock everything off balance. That's why so many families feel like they're sprinting but never moving forward. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Making more money doesn't automatically fix the problem. Often, expenses grow with income. Earn more. Upgrade the apartment. Earn more. Upgrade the car. Earn more. Upgrade the lifestyle. It feels like progress, but sometimes it's just a more expensive version of the same pressure. The stress doesn't vanish, it just wears nicer clothes. A lot of spending isn't about survival, it's about expectations, the right neighborhood, the right car, the right schools, the right image. People don't want to fall behind friends, co-workers, or family, so they stretch, and stretching becomes normal. But normal doesn't always mean healthy. What if success wasn't about looking comfortable, but being secure? Security is not panicking over small emergencies, not relying on credit for surprises, not feeling trapped in a job you hate. That comes from margin, the gap between what you earn and what you spend. Even a small gap changes everything over time. Building that gap usually means tough choices. Maybe a smaller home. Maybe keeping a car longer. Maybe saying no to lifestyle upgrades. It doesn't look flashy, but it builds breathing room. And breathing room builds freedom. Most people aren't failing. They're navigating a world where the cost of ordinary keeps rising. You don't need a perfect budget or millionaire income to improve your situation. You just need awareness and a plan that fits reality. Because real success isn't about appearances. It's about stability, options, and peace of mind. And that's something money alone can't buy, but smart decisions can build.